Welcome to Betornot.
On this episode, we're gonna really nail it.
All the toenails. And I am not looking forward to it.
Let's do it.
All right. Welcome to Betornot. I'm Will.
And I'm Zach.
And this is the show where two coworkers bet beers on topics you can easily Google the answer for. What's today's bet, Zach?
Today's bet is, why do fingernails grow slower than toenails?
What, do toenails grow slow?
Oh, man, that was super backwards.
I feel like...
Why do toenails grow slower than fingernails? That's what it is.
Okay. Well, I feel like we're both in a... Well, I know for sure I'm in a weird headspace, and I'm probably projecting it on you.
Oh, I mean, it is 11 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm just waking up a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. We're both waking up. I feel like I've been scatterbrained all morning.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what was your stance on toenails last week?
Mine was, I believe that it's closer, your fingernails are closer to your heart.
Okay. And that's why
they grow faster than your toenails.
They're more cherished by the heart.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. And then I chose...
I don't know about cherished, but...
They're cherished.
Yeah, sure.
And I think I said necessity, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Like out of necessity, you need your fingernails. They need to constantly grow. So it's like a adaptation.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's what I said.
But don't you need your toenails too?
I don't know. We don't need them as much anymore. I feel like I'm going to lose this one.
What did we used to need them for?
Climbing,
okay.
Attacking.
Because have you ever attacked anything with your toenails?
Yes.
What? Besides the foot of your bed when you kick it?
I attacked Savannah the other day.
With your toenails?
On accident.
Okay.
I was like getting up and I accidentally kicked her foot and tore her skin.
Okay.
It's really bad. I didn't abuse her.
I
get that out of the way.
Do have to say I do use my toenails quite a bit when I get mosquito bites to itch my mosquito bites on my legs.
Okay, that's very weird. Yeah. All right. Makes sense.
I always have mosquito bites because of where we live, and
yeah.
For some reason I'm just that person that the mosquitoes are attracted to.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I feel that. Savannah's really talented with her feet. She can grab things with them.
I do that also.
Guys, you can't do that.
Why?
Don't do that.
It's so much easier to pick things up.
Is it?
Oh, yeah. Than having to bend over?
No.
Oh, yeah.
No.
I pick up screwdrivers all the time.
Yeah.
Or whatever I drop. Just different things.
I just bend over and get it.
Dollars?
Pick up those dollar bills with it?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I could see that.
Yeah.
Well...
You know, when I'm up there dancing...
When you're dancing, so you reach down and pick it up with your feet?
With my feet,
okay.
Yeah.
This is an interesting side life that you have that I didn't even know about.
Aside from the podcast.
Aside from the podcast,
another
that
hobby.
That's
picking
a hobby right
picking
there.
Picking up dollars.
Picking up bills.
Yeah.
Dollar bills. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
It's a little out there. It's next level.
Is it?
Yeah.
I feel like it's entry level.
Well, I feel like we're trying to learn things that we should know or that people have always been curious about.
Yeah.
I feel like when you look in search Google, you're like, why do toenails grow slower? I don't know.
Every time you go
Every time
Google.
I go to Google, I think of this question. No, I feel like all the questions we've had recently are really well thought of questions, right?
Yeah.
We battle a lot in our office.
We do.
Yeah. So, okay. Why do they do it? Let's ready to look it up?
Yep.
Fire up the generator. Mine says they're subject to less trauma.
Your toenails? So that's why they grow slower? Oh, you're right. Yeah. Your toenail grows much slower than your fingernails. They grow at average a rate of 1.62 millimeters per month. This is because your toenails are generally subjected to less trauma than your fingernails, although you stub your toes here and there. This temporarily bruises. This temporary burst of circulation won't have a lasting impact.
That's really interesting.
I don't feel like that's right. That can't be right.
We both found it.
So your fingernails grow faster because you're touching them.
Yeah, they're being bumped, they're being messed with, which it's like an adaptation to make sure that good nail is there.
I don't believe this.
Wait, So that means necessity.
That's not necessity.
Yeah,
Trauma.
out of necessity, that's why they don't grow that much.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, because of the trauma. I didn't get the because right, but I got the reason.
Oh, hang on. I'm going to find a better answer.
I think I got it.
There's got to be a different answer than that.
Okay, you're going to hear a lot of thumping outside. We decided to record this show when they're trying to fix my driveway. But also they're also not fixing the right thing on my driveway. So it's a big waste of time for them. And it's a big waste of time for us because it's definitely affecting the sound on the show.
Okay, here's one.
Okay.
This comes up for suggested questions. Why do toenails grow faster on 1 foot?
That sounds like that person's issue.
I mean,
sounds like that person needs to go to the doctor and figure that out.
Gosh, I can't believe it's because of trauma.
Which I feel like is necessity. Because of the trauma, necessity means that it needs to keep growing. Or not grow as much. And we use our fingernails all the time.
There are 2 plausible theories. The first is terminal trauma. The second theory suggests that the rate of the nail growth corresponds directly to the amount of blood flow through the digits.
Well, these are the theories, but the things that we find most often
Since
is
your
trauma.
hands are closer to your heart than your feet, more blood
It
is
says closer
flowing through your fingers than your toes. Thus, longer fingernails. These theories also point out that the nails in general grow slower in cold weather when blood flow would be restricted. Bottom line, we're not entirely sure what the real reason is, but we do know that if you're thinking it's because you bite your toenails more than what?
Bite your fingernails more?
No, it says you bite your toenails more than you do your fingernails. You might want to make better life choices.
Oh my gosh. No, I think we found my answer more than your answer. But it sounds like both are theories.
They are.
What do you think? Who won this?
I think we rock, paper, scissors.
Someone's got to get a beer today. All right, let's do it.
All right.
All right, here
Just
we go.
best out of one?
Best out of one on shoot.
Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors,
shoot.
shoot.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock,
Rock,
paper, scissors, shoot.
You changed.
No. I didn't look at. I
saw your hand.
I know, because I wasn't sure what I was going to do. Okay, all right. We
need to roll the tape.
Yeah, you
Roll
can
the
view
tape.
it, but sure.
I'm calling foul on that
Okay,
one.
yeah, I swear I was going to do paper, but then I was like, nope, I'm going to do rock.
I mean, I feel you. You should have done paper. You did change to the same one as me, but I still feel like that's breaking the rules.
Either way, I would have either tied or won.
You broke the rules, though.
Okay.
So you buy the beer.
That's fine.
All right, what did you bring? Beer corner.
All right. Beer corner.
All right, so if you're just tuning in with us, Zach is going to reach down to the beer chest, the beer cabinet, the beer dojo. And when we do a beer bet, the other one buys the other one a beer.
Okay, so I can't remember if we've done DBA or not.
I don't think we have, no. DBA. These are just DBAs.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh, there's like stuff all over.
sawdust.
No, like slime.
Slime?
Yeah.
One of my things is leaking. My freezer packs.
Okay, again, we are drinking DBA.
Yep.
I won the bet. Zach's providing. Tell me about DBA.
DBA is a local beer from the Central Coast. It's made by Firestone Walker Brewing Company. It means double barrel ale. This is by far my favorite beer on the whole Central Coast. I don't know if you knew that or not.
I didn't know that. That's a fun fact.
It is, let's see here. It is 5% alcohol.
Okay.
And it doesn't say anything else besides that it's a double barrel ale. It's kind of like an amber, darker beer.
Okay.
So, but not too dark.
I have had this before,
Okay.
but our viewers have not seen
Right.
or heard of this beer cracking in a microphone.
All right.
Let's
here
do
we
it.
go.
Your face.
It's kind of hard to open with that without the thing on it.
Oh, yeah, like the leverage point?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. I'm going to be worse than you. I'm going to try not to make a face.
Not bad. A little bit better than me.
All right. Oh.
I'm gonna have to wash my hands.
All right. So there's slime all over these beers.
It's from my freezer pack. It's got a hole in it, and I have to go to Costco. So I brought my other Yeti, and it's full of freezer packs.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I'm just going to throw this one that's got the hole in it. It won't leak. Obviously, it leaked.
It leaked everywhere.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, cool.
There's our beer.
Well,
that is clear.
Prost.
Cheers.
Yeah, it's clear, but it's got like an amber hint to it.
I feel like we haven't had a beer this clear in a long time.
But it's got a lot of flavor,
it's so
right?
good. So much flavor. It's a good summer drinking beer.
Summer.
It's summer right now. I feel like that.
feel
I
like
would
it's
drink
more
that
of
in
like
the summer.
a colder winter beer.
No, I would drink that right now. I am drinking it
You're
right now.
drinking it right now. Yeah, I guess I would too because I brought it.
Yeah, it's ambery. It kind of looks like it would be a lager. Double barrel ale. What is a double barrel ale? Is that like double barrel?
I'm assuming they put it in
whiskey
two
barrels?
different kinds of barrels throughout the brewing process.
Okay.
Should
Are
we
they
look it
whiskey
up?
barrels? Yeah, look it up.
All right.
Double barrel ale. Yeah, they must be using like whiskey bottles, but it doesn't taste like one of those Kentucky bourbon beers. You know those beers? Have you had one of those, like a Kentucky bourbon whiskey beer?
I don't think so.
They're like,
I've had the copper beer from Budweiser with Jim Beam. It's made in their old barrels.
that sounds really good.
It's absolutely terrible.
No.
Yeah, it's really
Okay.
bad.
Yeah, what is a double barrel ale? I mean, it's got barrels on the bottle, so it must be using some sort of barrel.
Okay. It's a British Pale Ale.
Okay.
And yes, I'm 21.
But it has, yes, I'm 21.
I agree.
British Pale Ale that's aged in barrels?
Okay, here we go. This is from beeradvocate.com.
Oh, that sounds like a 12-step program.
Sure. So they scored it with an 83 out of 100, I'm assuming.
83 out of 100.
On here it says it's an English Pale Ale.
English Pale Ale. Okay. What was you said British Pale Ale
Yeah,
before?
that's what
No, I
the
guess that's
actual
the same.
Firestone website said.
I guess that's the same.
Okay, DBA, aka Double Barrel Ale, is the trailblazing flagship beer that started it all for us back in 1996. Partially fermented in our patented Firestone Union Jack Barrel brewing system, DBA quickly took the Central Coast by storm and set pace for future beers to come. Today, DBA is regarded as a California classic and stands as an iconic tribute to traditional cask fermenting English ales. Pale malts create a smooth, mild with ribbons of caramel, English toffee, and toasted oak.
Toasted oak. Okay.
I could see the English toffee and toasted oak.
Yeah.
And the caramel.
Definitely. And that's interesting. It's like their own patented thing, you know?
Yeah. So, yeah. I love this beer.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, though. I hate the brewery.
Firestone.
Yeah.
Like, do you hate going to it or do you hate like all their beers?
No, I like most of their beers.
Most of their beers. Okay.
But when you go there, their food's really good. They have like a little restaurant and stuff.
It's crazy expensive.
It
though.
is.
Like,
That's why I don't like
insane.
going there.
Yeah.
Because you can go to the grocery store and when these are on sale,
Yeah.
sometimes you can get a 12-pack for $9.99.
Yeah.
And their beers there are like $8 to $12
Yeah.
for one beer.
Yeah. Like normal, like craft brewery beer prices.
Right.
And it is a craft brewery, but it's like a big brewery. So you'd think you could get a better deal on beer.
Like you should be able to buy their beer there for the same price you can buy it in the grocery store.
Yeah. Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah. I mean,
Even if it's to go, you know? Like
I mean, it is cool up there. Like their brewery is pretty cool.
oh yeah, their brewery is awesome.
Yeah.
I have yet to do the tour.
I know we need to do the tour.
Yeah. Oh, maybe we could do a podcast and do the tour.
Yeah. Well, we just crapped on them on our podcast. They're awesome. Their beers are good.
Yeah.
Their restaurant's just too expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
it would be cool.
I mean,
to do.
they're attracting people that are coming to the Central Coast.
Yeah.
You know, and so they could probably charge whatever they want.
Well, it's kind of become a California thing, right? You see the 805, which is their like most common beer everywhere.
Yeah.
And you see TBA in a lot of places, or at least here.
Yeah.
Obviously
Usually you see those two, DBA and 805, and then Union Jack And then sometimes you'll see like a mixer pack.
Yeah.
But-
Yeah, the mixer pack. Yeah,
Mhm.
I've had that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bunch of different ones in it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's good. You brought a classic. Great DBA.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, toenails.
Toenails,
Fingernails.
nails.
Have you ever hurt your nail so much that it fell off?
Yeah.
Like stubbed it? Well, I mean, obviously.
I chopped
that
my
would-
finger off and it fell off.
Yeah.
No,
Like
it's
stubbed it, though.
No, it's never. I've never lost a nail like that. And actually, when I chopped my finger off, it just got really, really thin. It never fell off,
Yeah.
and then it just started growing thick again.
Have you told that story on the...
Oh, yeah.
You told this.
Pretty sure.
Okay.
One of our first episodes. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, so it got really, really thin and then it just fell off?
No, it didn't. It never fell.
It never
off.
fell off.
It just got super, super thin, and then it just got thick again.
That's
And
weird.
Once the blood flow started.
So it didn't
growing
really
again.
fall off?
No, it never
Yeah.
fell off. I've never had a nail fall off.
Yeah. I've never had a nail completely fall off, but I've had one like go black from like hitting it like halfway
Yeah.
and then like half of it fell off.
Yeah, Brandon dropped the tongue of a trailer on his foot,
Oh gosh.
and I think it was the tongue or something like that, and I think he was wearing sandals,
Yeah.
and I think his nail came all the way off, and I think it's been about a year and it's almost grown back.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy it took that long.
Well, a toenail. I mean, toenails grow half as much.
The article I found said the time. Do you want to know how fast toenails grow?
I think it said 1.66 millimeters.
1.62 millimeters
Yeah.
per month.
Mm-hmm. So how often do you trim your toenails in comparison to your fingernails?
I just realized that this episode's going to be pretty gross for some people.
Well,
some people
it's
like
the
don't
toe
like talking
episode.
about toenails.
And we've got something special hidden in the show that you have to wait and listen to.
Oh, I don't even know what it is. Wait, do I know what it is?
Well, you're going to have to wait.
Is it the guys outside grinding?
How often do you cut your fingernails and how often do you cut your toenails?
How often do I cut my fingernails and toenails? Fingernails, I feel like it's every week or every other week.
Okay.
Really fast.
Okay.
And I'm annoyed by how fast because I play guitar and they just come in and I have to keep it really short for guitar.
Yeah. Now, don't some people keep their fingernails long on the picking hand?
Yeah. So they'll keep them long on their picking hand. And it's usually like these fingers and their thumb,
Mm-hmm.
like the index in the middle and then their thumb. But sometimes they'll do all of them if they're like super good classical guitar player and they can
Yeah.
all their fingers.
That's cool.
And then the left hand, you don't want nails because you got to push down
Right.
on the frets. Weird.
Interesting.
So
once a week
or once every other week.
for fingernails.
Usually
How often?
when I get really annoyed by them.
Okay.
And like right now, like I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but yeah, they're like 1 millimeter right now of white.
That's annoying to you?
That's annoying.
Really?
I'd probably cut them.
So mine are about twice as long as yours, and
Yeah,
I've
those
got
are too
another
long.
week before I'm going to cut them.
Oh, that
So I cut
freaks
my
me out.
fingernails every 2 weeks, and then I cut my toenails once a month.
Once a month. I cut my toenails so infrequently that I don't even know.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, maybe once a month, no, I feel like it's every 2 or 3 months.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I don't know. They don't get that long. Yeah.
I wear sandals all the time, so maybe I'm getting more trauma on my toes.
Well, maybe you are.
I don't know.
Maybe you are. You probably are. I don't know. That's interesting. Actually, that's interesting. What if people who go barefoot all the time, I wonder if we can find that. If their toenails
That
grow
is
faster.
not going to be on there. You could ask Erica. She used to be a barefoot runner.
Really?
Yeah.
What happens if you never cut your toenails?
Oh, did you ever watch Rickley's Believe It or Not?
Yeah.
You remember the
Ripley's,
lady that
Yeah,
used to boil her nails?
Yeah. Boil them?
Yeah, she would boil them so they would get harder and they wouldn't break.
Oh, no. I just remember the lady with the crazy long curly
Yeah.
nails. Is that her?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And she'd boil them.
How does boiling
It hardens
harden
them
them?
up. I don't know.
That freaks me out. Like those like pictures of like,
Oh,
Like-
yeah.
and
So
she's
weird.
like standing on the top, like a second story, holding her hands like over the edge.
And I think she was like a hairdresser or something. Wasn't she?
And then she had like really long hair too. Hold on, I'll look that up.
Okay.
Ripley's. But I feel like your toenails wouldn't be able to grow long. Ugh. Oh man, I can't look at these.
Let me see.
Hold on, let me click to
Does she have white hair? I remember her having white hair. White lady, white hair.
It's like an old
like
lady.
a ghostly looking lady.
Like this lady.
Yep, that's exactly. But no, I thought they were curled.
They are curled.
I remember him being like, I don't know.
This
Like
super freaks me out, and I'm gonna add it to my
crazy cool.
photos.
Should make that your screensaver.
Oh gosh, this really freaks me out. There's this lady.
Nah, it was the other lady for sure.
Okay.
What an interesting hobby, though. You know.
You can't do anything, right?
Uh,
Like you can't touch anything. Like these things are in the way.
I'm sure
It
you
doesn't
just
seem
get
practical.
used to it.
Well, how would you? You'd have to like raise your hand above something and bring it down
Yeah.
to grab it or something.
You
like
probably would never go to a restaurant, right? Because like like if you were sitting across from me, yeah, you wouldn't be able to like eat your food. Like you'd be constantly hitting
Yeah.
the person with your
that. Yeah.
fingernails.
Yeah. What are you doing? I don't know. That seems really weird to me.
I bet you her the only thing that she does is do like back scratches and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Like
they would like
she's
bend.
like a professional back scratcher.
They would like bend and break. Do you think she just like rubs them on people's backs?
No, I think she scratches.
No, that's the worst. I can't think about that.
Oh,
I don't know.
nothing
Maybe
better than a good back scratch.
maybe this episode isn't for me because I don't like toenails so much. Toenails are the worst, and fingernails.
Yeah.
Do you get grossed out if like the trimmings are like left somewhere?
I mean, it's kind of weird, but it's not going to gross me out.
Do you get grossed out by the people that leave them in jars?
People do not leave them in jars.
They like collect them.
No, they don't.
Yeah, there's
No,
people
they
that do
don't.
that.
No,
Yeah.
they don't. No, they
100%. There's people out there.
don't. There's a club for this.
I don't know if it's a club, but why I kept my nail clippings in a jar for 5 years. Oh, there's a smack.
It looks like cheese.
Oh my gosh. His grandfather had done it, and that's why he did it.
So there's one guy out there that did it because his grandpa did it.
He was in Germany and his sister was in America. Shipping packages was a big thing. And when she got a box from her brother across the ocean, she invited her friends to a small opening party. Imagine her surprise and disgust when she opened the box to find nothing but nail clippings.
That would be a pretty good and practical joke.
He said he was cracking up, so over 5 years, he collected them, and he sent it to someone.
Oh, what the heck?
Oh my god!
I don't know if that's like too weird to be like an impractical joke or if it's just perfect enough to be a impractical joke. Because it's not going to cost you anything except for the jar.
Oh man, people are really going to be disturbed by these images. I'm disturbed by them.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I guess so. It takes a lot of dedication to save your nail clippings for 5 years.
You just keep your nail clippers on top of the jar, and when you go to clip your nails, you clip them into the jar.
True. That's true. I guess it wouldn't be that hard.
The cleanup would probably be easier.
Do you think people craft things with toenails?
Like the macaroni pictures. Oh, I hope not. It's a lot easier just to go buy macaroni.
Yeah, but you've worked your entire life, like.
So you're gonna save money by making art with toenail clippings?
Keep going across awful toenail pictures. Oh, I'm getting too many pictures of
like dystrophic nails.
Yeah, and then it's talking about nails.
Yeah, what's the deal? Why are these called nails?
Okay, why are nails?
When a nail?
That's a good question. Oh, okay. We're diving. I'm grossed out personally by this topic, but here we go. Nails evolved from claws found on other animals. Fingernails and toenails are made for protecting like the tip of your finger. Obviously, I think we could have thought about that.
So I was right when I said that it's to keep your bone from popping out of your finger. Or no, it's just to protect the top of your finger.
It's like to protect the top because we were digging and scraping and stuff.
Yeah, why don't we have nails on both sides of our fingers?
I don't know. We just adapted on one side. What was the question again? I keep forgetting the questions.
The question is
The answer
is why is it called a nail when a nail is something that you hammer into something? Like in other languages, are nails that you hammer into something the same name as a fingernail?
I don't know.
Why don't you know this, Will?
There's so many things about nails that I didn't know. Do you know what the small little moon part is called?
The small little moon part?
Yeah, the little white part at the front, at the beginning.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Oh, the small little moon part.
Yeah.
La Luna or La Lunula.
Lunula?
Lunula.
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 Okay.
That's the visible part of the matrix, which the matrix is the keratin membrane tissue, which the nail's protecting on the bottom.
Okay.
Part. Okay.
So when I was younger, I got really bad ingrown toenails. And because I was cutting my toenails curved around the edges, and apparently that makes your toenails grow in sometimes. So they grew in so far that I had to go to a podiatrist, and what they do is they get these scissors that the bottom is like a nail, and they hammer it down the bottom of your toe all the way to the bottom, and then the scissor part comes down and cuts the nail.
What?
And then they pull it out with pliers or needle nose pliers.
I don't know. This is awful.
I had it done on both my feet. It is by far the worst pain I've ever been in my life. So they numb your toes, right? But your toes have all your nerves in them because all of your nerves go to the ends of your fingers and your toes.
Yeah.
And every time he like does a couple hammers, he's like, "Can you feel that?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Numb it." Does a couple hammers. "Can you feel that?" "Yeah." It never numbs. It never freaking numbs. And he just kept hammering it until he got to the bottom. And dude, it hurt so freaking bad.
That's awful.
Yeah.
That's so awful. That's like nightmare. What isn't it like there's tooth pain is number one pain.
Really?
Can we agree on that?
I don't know. I've never had tooth pain.
Okay. That's good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Never had a cavity.
Have you chipped a tooth?
Yeah.
And you didn't feel
Except
it?
this one right here.
Okay. You didn't feel it?
Bit into a fork.
I chipped a tooth on a fork.
Yeah.
And I
That's
felt
actually
it.
the second time I've been into a fork.
Dude, forks just want to get in the way.
Yeah.
But why? But I think like foot pain is like pretty bad too, right?
Yeah, I'd say so. The other thing they do when you have an ingrown toenail is they put this medicine on your toe that burns really, really bad. And it's supposed to keep the nail from growing back out. Mine both grew back out, so it didn't work.
Really?
Yeah.
So do you still have it?
I know a few people that had that done in their toe just on the sides. It never grew back out.
That's so weird.
Yeah. But yeah, now I just cut my toenails straight and they don't curve in.
Yeah.
And
That's
grow
what I
into my
do.
feet.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
My question was, why do you think foot pain is worse than other pain? Do you think foot pain's worse than other pain? Or just like finger pain?
I don't know. I've never had a toe chopped off. I'd be able to tell you.
Yeah, you know a lot about finger pain.
It's because all the nerves go down there. 100%.
Well, these are like, is foot pain worse in the morning? Foot pain at night? Yeah, I guess it's kind of hard. Isn't there like a delay from hitting your foot to feel pain?
I mean, it's further from your brain, so yeah, it probably is a little bit of a delay compared to other parts of your body, like your knee or your back.
Oh, this is interesting. Foot pain can have causes that aren't due to underlying diseases. Oh.
Obviously, just like walking without shoes on or whatever.
Why did I think that was interesting? That's not that interesting. Let me tell you something interesting.
Yeah, I feel like everybody has experienced foot pain. You know, it's just like you're constantly on your feet. You know, like it is what it is. You gotta have comfortable shoes. And
do you have any other things to talk about? Toenails and feet and all sorts of stuff? Because this topic is it's something for me.
I feel like I gotta have some kind of good foot story.
Have you ever broken? You haven't broken anything, have you? Except for your
broke my ankle.
You broke your ankle once, really?
Yeah. My buddies. I think I was in 7th grade. We went to Van Skate Park.
Okay.
And it was like the last, I don't know, 5 minutes or so of being there. We're there for an hour skating,
Yeah.
and I'm like on top of this half pipe, and it's probably, I mean, I'm pretty small. It's probably like 6 or 7 feet tall.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like looking at it, and I don't know what happened, but I walked backwards and there was nothing to stop it. And I fell off the back of the half pipe,
Oh my gosh.
and I landed on my ankle, and I just like completely turned it sideways.
Oh my gosh.
And then like I got up, and it was just like floppy. And
What?
yeah. And so, like nothing was holding it in place.
Yeah.
And so I like hobble over to my buddy's dad. I'm like, I think I broke my ankle. And he's like pushing me. He's like, you're fine. You're fine. And I was just like, oh, maybe I am fine. I don't know. I'm in pretty bad pain though.
Yeah.
So then afterwards, right next to Van Skate Park was John's Incredible Pizza.
Yeah.
And so we were planning on going there. So we went to John's Incredible Pizza.
With a broken ankle?
With a broken ankle. I go-karted, did all kinds of stuff. And then my mom picked me up because this was in Bakersfield.
Yeah.
And we are going to go see my grandma who lived in Bakersfield.
Yeah.
And we go to her house, and I was just like, I don't know, my ankle hurts really bad. And like I take my pants off, or no, I roll my pants up and take my shoes off, my socks off, and my ankle is just like black.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So then I went to the emergency room. They took x-rays, and then they casted it like that night or whatever.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Dude, you have weird pain, injury stories.
Yeah.
That's awful.
Yeah.
I haven't broken anything. I haven't broken my feet or anything.
Yeah. Your wrists, though.
Broke
right?
my wrists.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I guess that's bad.
Such a funny story.
I know. Ridiculous. All right. Well, that's all I have about toenails.
Yeah.
So sorry if this episode grossed you out a little bit. We had to get to the bottom of our feed.
Yeah.
We had to get to the bottom of it and figure out what's going on down there. Thank you so much for listening.
What are we talking about next week?
What are we talking about next week? What do you think we're talking about next week?
Oh, that's right. I remember what it was.
I don't remember, actually.
You think that there's specific vets that you take fish to go to?
I am very certain. Well, I'm not very certain. I feel like...
Oh, I forgot. For the people that are waiting for the surprise.
Wait, what surprise are you talking about?
The surprise. Remember I said you got to listen to this?
I do. I remember you mentioned that, but I don't remember... You didn't inform me about the surprise.
Not only can you save 15% by switching to Geico.
Okay.
I got 15% back on my car insurance for having the coronavirus thing going on.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We got a check in the mail for like $90.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why mine's lower.
Didn't even have to ask for it or anything.
I wonder if that's why mine's lower. I need to look at that.
Yeah.
Because I got my bill and I was like, oh, this seems lower than normal.
Yeah.
Dude.
Surprise.
Wow, surprise.
You can now save 15% on all insurance.
Yeah. And that's passed on to you, viewers. Yeah. Now we're going to send all of you guys, every Patreon subscriber, nothing. Because there's no Patreon subscribers.
Yeah.
That's what you need to do. Head over to Patreon, patreon.com/Betornot, and support us. $5.
Yeah.
$5 buys us a beer.
Mm-hmm.
And that's pretty great. Per month, you listen to every episode up to now. What episode is this? Like 30?
Somewhere around there.
Somewhere around there. And you've listened to every episode. That's like 30 hours of content. You listen to 30 hours of us arguing about every little thing. You should go on there. Support us. You should do it. What are we talking about next week?
Okay. You think that there are specific veterinarians for fish?
I do. I believe strongly in this because...
You're going down, sir.
All right. Well, okay. I don't even know exactly what the name of the bet would be, but like we're betting on it if there is a fish doctor. Now, I know like you were saying your side of this bet is it's a general vet. They handle everything.
Right.
Is that where you're going with?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My thing is I think there's vets out there, but I think there's specific vets for fish.
Okay.
Like this is the fish specialist.
Like the black market vet.
Yeah. But I think that's because, and then you were saying because
we don't need to get into it.
Okay, well,
Save it for
I want to
next
get
time.
into it because you were like, no, I know the answer to this, and I said
I think
no.
you're just over the toenail episode. You're like,
I'm definitely over the toenail episode. So sorry we talked about toenails for so long. Let's talk about fish who have scales,
Speaking of,
which are like toenails.
Toenails and stuff. Have you noticed all these like rappers and stuff are starting to paint their nails?
I did notice this.
Yeah, it
That's
was
a thing.
on. I was watching the Disney family sing along.
Yeah.
And there's some couple rappers that have their fingernails black and pink and
Mhm.
orange and
Singers are doing it too.
what's the deal?
It's a
'Cause
fad. It's
I
a
know
trend.
on Motocross the movie, it was for less vibration on the handlebars.
That seems weird.
That's what they said. They were just
That's dumb.
kidding around because the girl was acting like she was a
Oh,
boy, but she's really a girl.
I feel like I have seen that movie.
Oh, it's classic.
Yeah, it's just a fad. I don't know what's going on there.
Mm.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, well, that's what we're gonna bet on next week.
All right.
Is the fish doctor? There's definitely a fish doctor. I think there is,
All right.
and I'm gonna win that bet.
Okay.
I'm already calling it right now. I'm gonna
Alright.
win.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So again, go to patreon.com/Betornot. We'll have the link in the bio. $5. It is so supportive. I'm gonna start. We've gotten ahead with our shows, and we are gonna start posting. This isn't a guarantee. This isn't gonna happen every week because sometimes we get behind. But we're gonna start posting the episodes early. The video episodes early on Patreon. Isn't that crazy?
That's pretty cool.
That's crazy. But
now, is it just the video or will the podcast be up there too?
I think you can put the podcast up there too.
You should do that if you can do the podcast.
I've
throw
got to
both
figure
up
out how to do that.
Yeah.
But the video is easy. It's just share the link.
Okay.
But the video, Patreon people, you're gonna get it early. If you don't subscribe to Betornot on YouTube yet, go over there, subscribe to it. We're posting weekly videos about the show.
Mhm.
I've cleaned it up. It looks really good. This looks really good. I don't know. I think it's great.
You're doing a good job, Will.
Thanks. I was looking for a compliment from you, and I really needed that.
The whole episode.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I really appreciate that.
I need to start doing that just once an episode. This is Will's compliment corner.
Will's compliment corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, bring it. Bring it.
Okay.
I'll accept it.
All right. Cool.
But anyways, we're on Instagram. We're on all the things. Just go find those things. Links in the bio. Boom. Here we go.
See you guys.
See you next week.
All right.
The Betornot Podcast is Will Cobb and Zach Freeman. Produced by Cobblestone Productions. All the music you hear in the show is written by Will Cobb and mixed by Chad Mcilvenna. Thank you so much to Savannah, my wife, for singing on all the tracks that you hear. We post our episodes now on YouTube. Go head over there and subscribe to us and like our video. And don't forget to sign up for patreon.com/Betornot and support us for $5 a month. It goes a long way for helping us out. Thank you so much for listening, and see you on the next one.